Good afternoon and thank you for coming. My name is Bledsoe and I'm going to teach you a little bit about knots. I started tying knots in the Boy Scouts at an early age and I continue using them today when I have my sailboat. An example of a very cool knot that I like the most is the monkey's fist knot. It is also practical and decorative. This is an example of a keychain with the monkey's fist at the very end. We're going to make one using a larger piece of rope so you can see it more easily. This one has a loop tied on the keychain, but typically it has a long piece of rope for using it on a dock or on another boat. We use it with a weight on the inside that has a marble. This one we're using the golf ball, much larger, and it gives it a good weight so you can throw it to another boat. So you have your trailing edge here and the very end right here. You're going to start off by making 3 loops. Try and make it big enough so that it makes it easy for you to keep track of everything. It's going to go in 3 different directions. Once you start your 3 loops, and you can come in a little bit closer to see, you're going to wrap around here and keep the trailing edge close. You're going to make 3 loops on this side too. Once you come around on this side, it's time to start doing the 3rd set of loops. You're going to come through here, keep everything nice and neat, and you're going to start coming around this way. The monkey's fist knot can be kind of hard your first couple times, so you might want to try a couple different times before you can get it perfect. But just try and keep everything lined up so you can see where you're going and you don't lose track of what you're tying. Getting close around the last loops here. This piece would still be your long piece that goes to the rest of your rope on your boat or on the dock. And here we're going to go in the last loop. This would go to the rest of the rope. So now you can see here you have a loose piece that is resembling what the final knot would look like. Now right here is a good place where you can open it up a bit and place the core. The core can be many things like a piece of wood or a lead weight, but I choose this golf ball because it's easy. Now you're going to start with this short end here, pretend this is another 20 feet, and you're going to start loosening this up right here to make it closer. And you're going to pull these tight. Now it might take you a couple rounds of tightening to make the knot just right, but you want it to be very tight when you're finished so it doesn't come undone while you're working with it. Now, given that it's a heavy knot, historically it's also been used as kind of a makeshift weapon. They used to call it a slungshot, and was actually outlawed in the mid-1700s. Keep on tightening and following the curves as you tied it in the first place. And try and keep everything all lined up and neat. Sometimes it's easy to get your lines crossed over each other. But once you get a good routine after tying a few of them, you'll know exactly what to do. So that is a good tightened version. It's not fully tight, but it gives you a good idea of what the knot would look like. You can do another round of tightening if you wish, but this will show you that it's much heavier than just the very end. So if you had a big coil of rope in your hands, you would swing it a little bit, and then you would throw it to where you want it to go to, and you'd have the person there catching it. Oftentimes there'd be a loop at the very end with a smaller rope, and that would pull over the rest of your dock lines, which are usually too heavy to throw by hand. So I hope this was helpful to you as a tutorial for tying the monkey's fist knot, and happy sailing.